President Trump has authorized some new regulations. First off, all escalators are now going to go twice as fast, and I think that's a great start to his presidency.
And only
I'm willing to bet the left won't acknowledge this, huh?
every building has one elevator that only goes up and one elevator that only goes down, and you can only use it once.
I was laughing imagining Trump installing an escalator at the White House to make it more handicap accessible. I feel like that's a thing he would do.
He would make it. He would invent like an elevator that can go sideways to travel throughout the White House faster. Like he would tear down all the hallways and just replace them with elevators, cool little rail cars.
Yeah, and just making
the inside of the White House is completely hollowed out.
Yeah,
it's like the only thing he focuses on for like 4 years. Like everyone is saying, like, when are you going to start the Gestapo migrant patrols? And he's just like, I have to get the elevators done. I need to focus my energy.
I can get to the kitchen from the kitchen to the bathroom in one train. That would be perfect for me. It'd be completely optimized.
He keeps trying to add a Diet Coke wing to the White House, and everyone's like begging him, like, dude, what are you gonna do about what are you gonna rebuild the wall? And he's like, no, as soon as the Diet Coke wing is done, as soon as the Diet Coke wing is finished, we can focus on the wall. People are like bitching at Elon about Twitter about it, and he can't do shit.
Yeah,
Trump is too focused on the elevators that go sideways.
It's been done to death already, but I do think it is funny that like he was like, everyone, I'm launching a cryptocurrency. I own 80% of it, and it's selling for $100 now. And then people were like,
I did. If we can switch gears a little bit to one of America's great auteurs, I heard a Bill Simmons clip today. Where he said that he likes it when Pat Mahomes tries to bait out fouls because he says he's turning it into an art form.
Yeah. There's an art to it. It's not like the James Harden does it. It's actually like artful.
It's so funny because how is it any different than what fucking basketball players do? Like it's the same thing.
I guess it's harder because you could actually get hurt in football trying to do it. The guy could just hit you really hard.
Oh, like other people, like foul. Like soccer players.
Yeah. So like what Mahomes does is like as he's running out. So it's illegal to tackle a player when they're out of bounds. And as he's running out of bounds, he slows down to make it more likely for a defender to hit him out of bounds by accident. And it's pretty flagrant that he does this at this point. Like a lot of people are complaining about it. It's one of the things where like you can't really make it illegal, because that would be impossible, but it's really frustrating to watch. And Bill Simmons has decided it's actually good when Mahomes does it for no fucking reason.
I actually have a post that's sort of related to that. Griffin, can you go into show links and read the most recent one I sent? It sort of like segues really well with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if if human females laid eggs, do you think there would be a social taboo against eating them?
Yeah, I sort of thought that went well.
Humans do produce milk, but in such small quantities that the question doesn't arise. Babies drink it. Some try it, I suppose. If humans laid eggs, though, do you think they would be treated as byproduct of the organism to be discarded? Or would a market emerge for them? Or would it only be considered acceptable to consume your own produce? Would our fear of disease kick in, preventing us from consuming other humans' eggs? Would we not want to consume them because we don't want some sort of intimate link with the person who laid them? Any sociologist or anthropologist who could draw an analogy with other existing social taboos? And this was asked in r/InsightfulQuestions.
Yeah, that's the one that I was looking at. There were some others that
everyone got really mad at me because on Friday I tweeted, I asked if you could eat girl eggs.
Yeah, I wonder why they got mad at you for that, Griffin.
Wait, did you actually tweet
really
that?
long and hard about why people didn't like that very much.
And eat it like caviar. If someone consented to being cut open, and you could take all the eggs and put it on a cracker, can you not just eat it?
And now I feel like that's like kind of
everyone got really mad at me.
The way that it lined up, yeah. People got mad at me because I said that like the poorest president ever in Uruguay. It said like he's dying. The president that like drove his like shitty old car to work, and there was like some like humanizing piece about him. And I just retweeted it, and I said this guy's a war criminal, by the way, even though he wasn't. And then someone called me the F slur. Yeah. I was like, I probably shouldn't do this. It looks like this guy was tortured in like a regime camp when he was young and was not a war criminal.
Well, he could have been a war criminal.
He could have been. I should have said like he was a war criminal, but it was good that he was. Yeah, he did it in a cool way.
He did it in a cool way. He did it all his enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, guys. It was to his enemies.
Yeah. He put people in camps, but they were just like dissidents. Like if they didn't want to go to camp, they should just believe the same thing he believed. Yeah.
It's like bullshit that a bunch of countries have a president that just doesn't do anything, and then they have like a prime minister that does everything.
It's so stupid to have two of them.
I like the way that Ireland does it, at least, where Ireland sort of reinvented a monarchy by having like an old guy that doesn't do anything that they have as like their head of state. It's just like
which one is the premier? What is the premier the same as the president or the same as the prime minister?
It's like closer to
the premier was like the guy who goes to other countries for the like a super ambassador.
Yeah,
no, because wasn't the Soviet premier like he was like the head of the Politburo or whatever?
They always like swapped around who was really in charge with the titles there.
Soviet premier. What are we talking about? Seeing
that's where my
Tarkovsky movie.
Yeah, that's where my vehement anti-communism originated, was when I couldn't figure out what premier meant. And then I joined this, militia group, and then I sort of realized that...
yeah, they were pretty psycho about how you had to see The Brutalist in theaters. It was pretty obnoxious.
Yeah.
This is really not related at all, but my friend was telling me that he was talking to a coworker about the movie Poor Things, which is a movie about making a woman. And the coworker said, they're really doing that, right? They're really making women.
Yeah, one of my coworkers had the same insight about Killers of the Flower Moon. He was whispering it, and he was like, they did bad stuff to the Indians, right? Like, what a wacko.
Apparently, it's like a real, like, there's not a large portion of the population, but there's a community of people who think that they put things in movies because they're really happening, and they want to make you sound crazy if you say it's really happening, because they're like, oh, that's just from a movie.
I feel like that makes it easier to explain.
People always do the joke, why would like the people running the new world government that controls everything try to like drop hints for us? But I think there's just like one guy there who feels kind of bad. I think that's my theory. He's like the one guy who's like, well, I gotta give him some way to figure it out.
There's gotta be like one, or there's gotta be like one person who's doing it because they're forced to, because they're like a slave and they're trying to get people to help them.
He's like, maybe if I put the right symbol on the Pampers this time, people will get it.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I hope that's true.
Anyway, would you guys
slowly gets like more and more on his side as time goes on.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about
Joe Rogan. He's like, no,
if girls laid eggs, would you eat one?
Oh, yes. But only my wife's egg.
Probably not. I think that'd be like not really practical in any way. I don't know. Well, I also don't like chicken eggs, so I think I'm probably the wrong person to ask.
What the fuck kind of?
Would you bake it? Would you bake?
Wait, what eggs do you like?
Okay.
I don't like any eggs.
Wait.
Fuck eggs.
Oh, okay. Well, you make it sound like you only eat quail eggs.
No.
Okay, what if you had to like make brownies or something? Huh? You had to make brownies or something, and there were only human eggs lying around in the house. Would you use the human egg to make brownies?
Probably, honestly.
Yeah.
What else am I gonna do?
I know.
I think it would depend on where like they were laid. I think it would. I don't think
they
I
were
would
laid
eat
into
egg.
the toilet.
Yeah.
Because, that's where you only have the one hole.
Well, that's tough, because if eggs float to the surface, then that means that they've gone bad. But if they sink, then they're still good.
You have to dig it out of the toilet.
Yeah, so that's
I guess in this universe where you lay eggs into the toilet, we would invent like a reverse flush that would fill the toilet with more water, so the egg would lift up a little.
Yeah, I think that we would just have like a dedicated.
If we're just saying whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that we would just have like a dedicated nest if this were true, where we could sort of eat the eggs.
Would you eat your mom's eggs?
No, I wouldn't eat the eggs of anyone related
much, right?
to me. Yeah, no, that's too much.
But I would eat, my wife's eggs or my friend's eggs.
A black woman's eggs are cooking. Sit down and listen.
Oh my god! Imagine.
You might have to.
Imagine.
I regret that sentence coming out of my mouth.
Your girlfriend catches you eating her eggs at the fridge. Nah.
Babe, why are another girl's eggs in the fridge?
Yeah, or you have like a female roommate.
You get caught. Is getting caught.
Yeah, you get caught sneaking their eggs.
But is that like being caught like looking at them changing, or is that like being caught like
Yeah,
like
I think
drinking
it would
their
be
milk?
Like the same thing.
Yeah. I think it would be like
no, it's definitely like eating their like.
It's like eating their eggs.
When you dig through a girl's trash and eat her tampons.
Yeah, and then you choke, and then she has to dig it out of your throat.
You have to pull the string.
Yeah, and then it's really embarrassing.
Exactly.
Someone says, unless cannibalism and the drinking of human breast milk were socially acceptable practices, I don't think cannibalism's on the same level as that.
Drinking human breast
someone
milk.
said it'd be like peeing in the shower. Everyone's all disgusted, but when it's Sunday morning, the fridge is empty, and your wife just laid one, scrambling your potential offspring is a standard practice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hungry. I need my wife's egg.
I am gonna be thinking at least for like 3 days, just every gear in my head spinning about how that was all like remotely comparable to pissing.
Yeah, that's not. Pissing in the shower is an act of desperation.
Do you fucking lick the grate when you get out of there, man?
No.
If it's a good pee. This guy's also on r/Lexapro. And r/Polska, which is
my
Poland.
eggs keep coming out soft. I started taking Lexapro.
Oh yeah, Lexapro eggs taste awful.
Ugh.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, I'm trying to think of more uses for the egg. Would it be like?
Yeah. What else? I
feel eggs? Like I would just end up throwing them at people.
Yeah.
What are there any other comments on there? Any other people talking about their eggs?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Gus, you want to read one?
No! Okay. How can I convince 4-star hotels to install a color printer that guests can use free of charge?
And again, this is an insightful question.
Insightful questions. I love these subreddits that are just fucking shit like wise thoughts.
It's like, it's kind of hard a lot of the times because it'll be like, most of the controversial ones will be like, why did Americans choose Donald Trump? It's like, shut up. Talk about eggs. Uh-huh. It's like, the top ones deserve to be the ones about human eggs, and the most downvoted ones are like, why do we consider anti-white racism not real? It's like, shut up.
How would a Donald Trump presidency be different for introverts?
Yeah. It's like, go back to talking about eggs.
Did I tell
Go back to talking about it. Well, to be fair, that's what the last election was about.
Did I tell you guys my aunt read a Dr. Seuss parody book about Donald Trump called The Twiceler?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I saw you tweet about that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon.
What's the central premise of calling him the Twiceler? Is it because he got elected
he was
twice?
the president. He was the president twice.
Does she portray him as like a liar, like the Onceler was?
Yes, he portrays him as a liar and like a thief who's taking away women's rights, and there are people called the G's and the T's.
Oh, yeah.
Who are
the Lorax lifts himself up by the seat of his uterus, flies out its
Yep.
How can I
stuff
convince
like
four-star hotels to install a color printer that guests can use free of charge? My employer books the same hotel for each city. I requested a color printer to the hotel's managers and corporate headquarters, but they haven't done anything to cordially acknowledge my feedback. I have not received a raven with a message tied around its leg, informing me of my request has been received. They all declined my offer to buy them a color printer out of my own pocket. Too few hotels have free color printers for guests' use. They just have black and white. They all have printers to use, but he's mad that he can't. I'd like to think like all he wants to do is like print out pictures of like custom Pokemon that he's made in Photoshop.
Yeah.
He just wants to decorate his room with like a fusion between a Feraligatr and a Drapion, and they're not letting him.
I'm printing out pie charts, and you can't tell which segment is which.
Too few hotels have free color printers for guest use. They only have black and white. I don't understand their rationale, because I stayed at a Hilton Garden Inn, $100 a night, that had a color printer, but Ritz-Carlton or Four Seasons that cost more than $300 a night doesn't have one. Please rule out. I can't print at Kinko's, Staples, or UPS. I must print in the cities to which I am traveling. I can't print at home or work and bring the papers. Color laser printers are too heavy and too big to carry and bring on planes. I hate inkjets. Ink dries quickly and they're inefficient. I can't ask front desk staff to print 60 pages for free.
Hold on.
Seems to me this.
You should just start bringing your own printer, I guess.
If it's really just specified that wasn't possible. I don't think you were paying attention.
I really wasn't.
Point 3, color laser printers are too heavy and big to carry and to bring on planes. So Griffin, he kind of addressed that. That's a little bit embarrassing for you.
Yeah, I guess he did.
I'm sorry. I just looked up. On Reddit women laying eggs, and there's a surprising number of posts about this.
Yeah, of course there are.
People saying like, my dad thinks it would be better if women laid eggs. In No Stupid Questions, if women laid eggs, how often would they lay them?
That's a good question.
Probably once a day, knowing women.
No.
r/pregnant, if God really loved us, women would lay eggs.
Oh my god. Women with IBS laying eggs every like 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm. You know, I hate women with IDF.
Egg BS.
Oh,
I thought egg BS was funny.
I know.
Whatever.
I thought it was good. I want to encourage your creativity as like a troubled youth.
It was really nothing, but
no, I'm gonna do standard deliver with you and make you confident.
Standard
deliver.
I see. Yeah, standard deliver.
I was literally trying to say stand and deliver, but I did accidentally say standard.
Standard delivery. You know that movie Standard Delivery?
Are humans the only animal who wipes after they poop?
Who had a normal time?
If so, then why? Is there something different about how other animals poop? I get it for hygiene reasons, but dogs don't wipe, and they don't get poop all over their fur, so why just humans?
This is such a stupid question.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen a dog lick its butt? That's what it's doing.
Yeah, they love doing that. Also, dogs don't have, like, two powerful cheeks that they have to manage, unlike me. Stickman Bob, I've noticed that I need less wiping since I adopted a more squat-like stance to poop. I don't want anyone to ever say that they've started wiping less, that they've discovered that they need to wipe less. I feel like you should only ever increase the amount that you wipe. I know that it's wasteful.
You know what?
Oh, wait, and this guy's French also.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I've noticed I need to start wiping less ever
cat.
since I started eating it.
Yeah.
And then another person just with 4 downvotes says that's called Indian style.
That's funny AF.
Yeah, that's funny.
I recently realized that squatty potties are like a short person thing. Like, I don't need a squatty potty because my feet just touch the floor when I use the bathroom.
The weirdest thing is that Thompson has one, even though he's like 6'7". Like, I have no fucking idea.
Oh, yeah, he swears by it. But my feet are just flat.
I like this comment that says, shut up, you're gonna eat McDonald's and have poop water. Just
yo, drinking the McDonald's poop water. Though.
And that is this person's only comment.
We made the whole Reddit account for that.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Can I read this one? Helen Keller.
Yes, I really like this one.
Hey guys, I may sound pretty slow, but I just wanted to ask, right? I know Helen Keller flew a plane and wrote a book, but how? Like, how did she know what the words meant? How did she literally know anything? I know she was also engaged, but how did she know they were proposing? How does she know what words meant? Sorry, I just need answer. It keeps me up at night. Like, maybe I'm understanding now is that maybe is understanding now, but they didn't even have sliced bread during this time, but blind and deaf woman flew a plane?
Oh wait, she did fly a plane. I thought he was confusing her with Amelia Earhart, the way people
that's what I also thought.
Okay, wait, she flew for 20 minutes over the Mediterranean Sea. Alright, Helen.
It's kind of crazy that Helen Keller crashed her plane less times than Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, that's kind of
insanely fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, that's kind of like, maybe she was like trying to like stunt on every pilot that's ever crashed ever by showing them that she's crashed their plane. She's crashed planes less.
They have like a custom, like St. Peter hangs up like a custom sign at the fucking gates of heaven just for pilots who crashed. It says Helen Keller did it better for whenever they fucking show up.
To be fair to Amelia Earhart,
fucking serious? This blind and deaf woman pulled it off.
But Helen Keller was eaten by crabs on land, so they kind of even
in her bed at 70 years old.
In her bed.
Just a swarm of crabs.
Remember when you guys found out that Helen Keller was a fucking epic socialist?
Yeah, I did.
No,
and they hid
attention to that sort of thing.
And the government hid this from us. No, the government fucking hid it from us because if we learned in school that Helen Keller was a socialist, we'd become socialists because we were so inspired by her story.
Yeah,
but thankfully,
well, I feel like we're kind of setting ourselves up for like a really like big conservative dunk there. Where they could be like, if you've ever doubted that socialism is an ideology for losers, just remember its most famous...
Helen Keller is such a loser, you're right.
They probably think that.
I don't think
they'd probably be like, she should have been born with eyes.
Yeah, and she had eyes.
I didn't think about that.
I would love to be.
It's not like she was like attacked by a falcon.
I would love to. I would love to be.
The moment Helen Keller was born, a bird of prey swooped into the midwife's room and pecked out her eyes and ripped off her ears.
I would. Yeah, I would love to be a pilot.
She had exactly 30 seconds of sight.
I would love to be a pilot and learn that like Helen Keller's on the plane, and then like invite her up to the cockpit, and then lock the door, and then tell everyone over the intercom, "Hey everyone, I'm gonna let Helen Keller fly the plane." And then just like see how they react.
Attention passengers, this is your co-pilot speaking. Both me and the pilot have had our eyes pecked out by a roving falcon.
Yeah.
That is found on the plane. As such, we have turned the fasten seatbelt sight on, and we may be in for
It's just a blinking. It's a blinking light that just says Helen Keller on it.
No, I was gonna say it was a blinking falcon sign.
Yeah, it's both.
They have that on in case a falcon pecks their eyes.
Someone shines a laser pointer at the plane and they summon Helen Keller to take over and fly the plane the rest of the way.
They summon her like a JoJo stand.
Yeah.
If you crash your plane because of like a laser pointer, like that's on you. Especially since, as we now know, Helen Keller can fly planes. So what's your fucking excuse?
I was thinking about this, and it's like I don't understand what it is about the laser pointer that makes it hard for them to fly. Because during the day, the fucking sun is in the sky, and that's way brighter than a laser pointer.
I'm cracking up at the idea of at the end of season 2, of Breaking Bad, Jane's dad crashes those planes because he's just blind and deaf. It has nothing to do with grief. He just can't fucking see anything. He's like fumbling around the control room, just pulling levers and A report from Albuquerque News 1.
Walt was trying to tell Jane to turn over while she was choking to death on her own vomit, but he didn't know she was blind and deaf. He couldn't. He didn't know.
She couldn't hear him. He was like, Jane,
turn her over.
Jane,
you're dying.
He leaves, and later he's like with Jesse, like, if she had just listened to what I was saying, she would still be alive today.
Does when
Mr. White, she can't see or hear. It's not her fault.
It's not her fucking fault. It's not her fault, yo.
We are wondering how a blind and deaf air traffic controller was ever hired by the Albuquerque Air. I don't know what the fucking. I was gonna say like the Albuquerque Air Patrol, and I'm like, wait, no, that's definitely wrong. What do they fucking call that?
The Sky Police.
The Sky Police.
I think it's just like the National Guard. They like.
I just know that they called the DMV something different there.
No, they call it something different. Oh yeah, I think they call it something different in like Ohio as well. It's like like the department.
I think it's the MVD. I think they literally call it
Motor Department of Vehicles.
They call them the Guardians of Gahul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does one of you want to read the one about a rise in autism? And the post itself isn't too interesting, but it's the person that posted it that I really enjoy.
How about you do it?
Okay. Could the rise in autism be linked to, in Western societies, this Could the rise in autism be linked to Western society's disposition to reward obsessive and specialized personalities? Hypothesis: Western society highly rewards specialized and obsessive personalities. Yada yada yada. I realize it's just like it's pretty boring, but then that was posted by user Penis Ball.
Have you seen Penis Ball's profile?
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to catfish people. They saying like, "Look at this!
Yeah.
I'm an 18-year-old with oiled up tits named Penis Ball." Yep. Oh, they were also posting at r/economics, which is very funny to try to just make a new account.
No,
Penis Ball.
I refuse.
You know what? I would want to keep the Penis Ball username.
Penis Ball. Yeah, that's a really good username.
Yeah. Who wants to read another one?
Okay, I'm gonna do more insightful questions in a second, but Charlie has found a community called BackYardChickens.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna get.
I found this one looking up something like about laying eggs. So
about laying eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, people own chickens in the backyard.
Yeah, I'm logging my chicken by laying more eggs than her.
I'm reading these backyard chicken.
Yeah,
I'm shooting chicken. I'm shooting eggs out of my butt like a Banjo-Kazooie. My ass is considered a lethal weapon. Would Rosa Parks still be a civil rights figure if a white man had invited her to sit with him?
I would be him. I would be that man.
Yeah, dude. How would that have changed the dynamic of the civil rights movement if it even became noteworthy?
What was it?
I'm imagining like the guy who invites Rosa Parks to sit with him is like a way anachronistic like white rapper.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
like from 2007 or something.
Yeah.
He talks like Andy Samberg in Popstar, where he's like, discrimination is not dope.
Remember
what's your order at the bodega?
Remember when people were posting like, y'all, I just learned that Rosa Parks' husband had a car. And
the tweet, Rosa Parks' husband had a car, and then the like skeptical face emoji.
Yeah.
It's like a really great tweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's so cool that people.
What do you guys think? Would she still be a civil rights icon?
If someone, no, I think the guy would be the civil rights icon. The guy who was bravely like, "Sit here, Rosa Parks." he's like slapping his knee. He's like, "Take a seat."
So there's one person in the comments. There's one person in the comments who said the first black woman to do this was in New York City when she was thrown off a trolley and successfully sued them for discrimination in 1855. And I'm really laughing at the idea that they've got like fucking like cartoon villain like ejector seats built into the trolleys in the 1850s, and when a black person refuses to give up their seat, they just like launch them out the window.
She somehow got pulled off the bus by a cane off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Wile E. Coyote type shit happening on the streets. Just boing.
I'm looking in this BackYardChickens one, and there's quite a few.
What is BackYardChickens for? Is it just people who put chickens in their backyard?
Yes.
I don't. Maybe it's like one of those fucking like weird. Reddit
oh yeah, it's one of those things. It's like girls calling their pussies backyard chickens because they lay eggs out of it.
Like, they have like
because it has eggs.
Subreddit that's for weed, and then the weed subreddit is for trees. Chicken. They love doing that.
Yeah, a backyard chicken is a guy who likes to smell girls' butts.
Yeah.
It's making up in there.
God, it looks just
that's what you call it when your girlfriend out on her period because you're eating the egg.
Backyard chicken.
Mm-hmm.
A backyard chicken is a guy who really wants to do anal but is too scared to ask.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, because chicken hawk's already a term. Yeah.
Could I read this first one in BackYardChickens?
Yeah.
Can we please stop posting pictures of your dead, slaughtered, dying, not safe for work chickens?
No, I'm going to keep posting pictures of my dying chickens.
I'm sorry, it's all too depressing. We love our winged babies and come here for advice and pictures, but every day is a picture, video, story of slaughter. It's too much for me. I know others feel the same. More pics of sweet, fluffy butts, please. Nope. And this post is a dead even 0 karma, so it's got a lot of upvotes and downvotes.
No, it'll never go negative. It'll never show that it's negative, so this very well might have even more downvotes.
Wow.
Yeah, these titles...
I didn't know they do that.
Yeah. I do like because it's like... yeah, why are you... It's like, well, another chicken's dying. Time to post it on the Reddit. Someone says,
Yeah.
Living in Liberty says, all those posts are here because people want to help their flocks or the community. Keeping animals means you will end up with injury. Not trying to be cruel, this is just a part of raising animals. A lot of these posts are like, I just turned them into soup, LOL. Like
I'm wearing the feathers as a necklace.
Yeah.
It's like a puka shell necklace, but with feathers.
Just like shooting like a stinger missile.
Hitting him with my car. Oops. Got too drunk and sat on him again.
Constructed a Rube Goldberg machine in my backyard that ends with one of them getting their heads chopped off.
Whoopsie daisy.
You're like waiting for like a marble to like slowly roll onto the side of like a lever that's enough to tip the weight of a guillotine. It misses the chicken's head. You're like, fuck, and you have to set the whole thing up again. This is bullshit.
Some of these are people like saying that they're like killing possums. I don't like that, because if your eggs are being got by possums, then that means that like anything else can get at them.
They were really stinky.
Yeah. Possums are like they have like a 90-degree body heat, so they're so slow that that just means that you're like leaving a big pile of eggs out in the open. What, did you read one?
I was told hawks wouldn't fly to these nests, and a photo of a dead chicken next to like some electric fence thing.
Yeah, I really like that one. It's like, yeah, you didn't have to include that. I think that's what they were sort of getting at. It's like, oh well, it's just like a.
They're trying to keep hawks from flying and killing their chickens, so they put a fence around the chicken coop.
Yeah,
you need like a missile defense system.
Yeah, or like a roof.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You could just do a big fence, 31 feet high.
Yeah, no, these are horizontal hawks.
Mm-hmm.
What are here's one called Third Strike Rooster. Had a rooster get his third strike today, so he ended up in the soup pot. This Easter egger was only a year old, but last week his temperament changed and he started chasing after my daughter. He had some seriously dark meat on him. So, okay, well, you're not disciplining him then. I feel like this is just like a really weird, fucked up game that they like to play. It's not like
Rooster started chasing my daughter.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
I mean, I guess
he's like following her to like senior prom. It's just like he's tailing a limo. He's learned to fly.
Yeah. Someone said, notes from user Farmer Brown, but instead of an O, it's a 0. Oh, he's also an r/livestock, which might be methinks it's time to castrate the bulls. I don't know what else would be an r/livestock. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna sort of
pigs and cows.
Wait, what the most controversial? Wait, can I just?
Yeah.
What do you read? What the most controversial post on r/livestock was for today? Jesus Christ.
I got this.
Oh man.
Fucking shit, dude. Should a sheep die from excessive pain? What are you doing, man?
What the fuck is happening? Kill that sheep. Make that sheep die if that's a question.
Put it out of its fucking misery.
I've been waxing my sheep
yesterday, and she had a decent appetite. And in the morning today, she was doing fine. But when I went to see her in the evening, she can't walk on one of her hind legs, and she doesn't have any appetite. She still feeds her newborn lamb, but I am worried she might die from pain. She looks like she is in pain. Head low. How long can she produce milk without eating? Can she die from pain? I will have to wait till morning for a vet. We don't have overnight vets around here.
So wait, it's just like walking weird?
It's just, I like that he clarified that, like, oh yeah, the painful part is over, by the way. The shit is
100%. And he didn't die.
Oh wait, hold on. We're bringing it all the way back around, because this guy also posted in r/livestock. Lamb is deaf and blind. What can I do? I think you should let it fly a plane. Because clearly that is no impediment.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Is this the same lamb who fucking gave birth, or the lamb who was just born?
No, this is from 17 days ago, so I guess it's lamb birth season.
New lamb entirely.
Oh, this guy's also posting in r/h3h3, which is awesome.
Oh my god.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. I want to see all his cursed lambs and talk about H3H3 with him. He also has negative comment karma, which is pretty rare to see, which means that he's not making a lot of friends.
Do cows who see other cows being slaughtered feel sad? What's good?
This is the saddest subreddit of all time.
This is a huge bummer.
What's good, people? We went to a farm today and saw a cow being slaughtered. Rather, it actually arrived after the cows were dead and being cut up. All I saw were heads, and I was curious. Are cows sentient enough to feel things similar to humans, given the appropriate situation? Like, we'd be mad and hurt if we saw genocide. Perhaps they feel it too? Maybe if I was there earlier and I could have seen the reactions, but hopefully someone else there has already seen it.
What if, I think it depends on, like, how much those cows suck to the other cows.
Yeah, I think the answer is probably
maybe
no.
It's like,
it doesn't feel anything because it's a cow.
Maybe one of the cows is like,
have that part of its brain.
Maybe it's like, maybe you need to get your cows from Israel so they don't feel bad when they see the other cows being killed.
Cows can't even eat food.
It's ethical livestock from Israel. It does not feel bad when it sees death. Oh, here's a post that just says, I really need help. Oh, it's just like chickens getting in fights with other chickens. Oh, and someone linked to BackYardChickens. I'm
BackYardChickens.
Yeah, I'm sorting this by, here, I'll read, if you guys want to look on there, I'll read this
I found a blog post called Broody Hatching Disaster that I want to read.
I'll read this one first. Loose poop. We just owled our heifer, who we noticed since then her bowel movements have been a little loose. Is this normal, or might she have another issue? And someone says, no pics, no help. We're just like, I think that you can yo, I need pics, shorty. just talking like a fuckboy from like 2011 about wearing a neon t-shirt that says, show me your cow poop.
Show me your cow poop. a bright neon t-shirt that says, need them eggs.
Yeah. So wait, there's r/cattle and r/cows, both of which this guy's on.
I want to read the Broody Hatching Disaster, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I placed eggs under my Broody Buff Orpington just 3 days ago. I already have a failed hatch. 100% failed. Arrgh! Worse, it is a mystery, but I have my suspicions. I went to remove Buffy from the nest today so she could get some food, water, and exercise. She squawked and pecked and fussed and huffed, but when she was off the nest, there were no eggs to be found. 8 eggs vanished into thin air. There were no sticky spots. There were no eggshells. There were no signs of struggle. Just empty space where my carefully hoarded eggs used to be. Dr. Doolittle and I examined the coop for evidence and found none. So we fell back on speculation. We considered human theft, but rejected that due to the undisturbed gate of annoyance and latching system of despair.
The gate of annoyance is what I call some of y'all.
So true.
We considered snakes due to the recent sighting of both copperhead and cottonmouth venomous snakes, but rejected it since Buffy probably would have blinded or been bitten. We considered crows, rats, opossums, raccoons, and foxes, but rejected all of them since Buffy would have forced them to deal with her before surrendering the eggs. We reluctantly considered that Buffy might be the culprit. Another egg eater? Were her eggs too thin for her enormous bulk? Did she grow so ravenous that she consumed her potential offspring? Could be. So for now, Buffy and her new clutch of randomly selected eggs are residing in chicken jail with food and water right in front of her. Chicken jail.
What's the difference between chicken jail and like where they normally live?
All of the guards are total
smaller.
cowards. They're just like, can you go back in your cell, please? This ought to reduce possible predation.
Going up to the biggest guy in chicken jail and going, I'm so scared.
Beating up the cowardliest guy in chicken jail.
Oh. Turning somehow whittling your toothbrush into a weighted blanket, making toilet Lexapro in the chicken jail.
Making toilet Chicken jail. somebody sneaking you like a metal file so you can saw your bars open and get back into the cell early. What was that prison movie where the guy had 80 eggs? Was that like Cool Hand Luke?
Yeah, that was Cool Hand Luke. Yeah,
I should watch that again.
That's so.
I saw that when I was like 9 years old, and my uncle said it was his favorite movie, and I was too young to get why it was good. I think this guy should shoot more people.
I haven't seen it.
You're about to see it for real when I eat 80 eggs. It would be funny if it was just like
would you eat 80 girl eggs?
Yeah.
Would you eat 80? Would you eat 80 girls?
That's what Cool and Luke did. That's why they executed him.
I'm in chicken jail for cannibalism.
No, he ate out 80 girls from the girls' prison in that movie.
He ate out 80 girls. He ate out 80 girls.
And then and then they had to kill him for it. They had to execute him as he was smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. If you get sentenced to the death penalty in chicken jail, the executioner covers his eyes right before he pulls the fucking lever. he pulls the lever and he immediately closes his eyes and plugs his ears and starts like stamping his feet really anxiously.
Oh Lord, I found one that's really good because you can finish.
Is it in chicken jail?
No, it's in cattle, but it's basically the same thing.
Oh, the guy posted 4 updates to his chicken disappearing story. The second one is, people keep saying it must be a snake because of no mess and that a head in broody trance will not notice a snake under her. I really appreciate this information, but I hope you will forgive me for wishing it not to be so, especially since the snake is still at large. And then a 4th update that just says, y'all were right, it was a snake.
I really like this post in r/cattle that's just simply titled "Cow eats tar?" At work the other day, turn around and a cow is eating tar. Can someone explain? Someone just said more context is needed.
More context is needed.
That's like a biblical sign when your cow is eating tar. Oh God, that's my cow is eating tar.
Cow eating tar.
The second coming is imminent. Can sheep die from excessive pain? Might be the funniest.
I like that it's sheep specific.
Yeah.
Like, of course we know this. This happens to goats.
Obviously, a person can die from excessive pain. That's not my question.
Yeah. Do you have sheep? No, I don't have any sheep right now.
Nope.
But I am asking, and I expect an answer. Does one you want to read? I think I sent one.
I'd like to read. I'd like to learn how to read.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm gonna read this one from Backyard Chickens.
Ooh, okay.
Scrambled eggs and irony. I tell my mom, who is 100% against abortion, that the fresh eggs we got from a family friend were fertile. They had blood vessels.
They were girl eggs.
And when you crack them,
crack
them, there's a bit of blood by the yolks. That would have become babies if they were left with mother hens. I call the eggs chicken abortions. As she cracks another one into the pan, she says something along the lines of, well, if every fertile chicken egg was hatched, there'd be way too many chickens for the mothers to raise, and they'd have horrible and short lives. Abortion to end chicken suffering? All good. Abortion to end human suffering? Absolutely not.
She's just cracking.
This is pretty ironic.
She's cracking the third egg, and in the third egg, there's like a partially developed chicken there. It's like, oh no, that wasn't.
The third egg, you crack it open, it's just like black bile shooting out.
Yeah, it's full of flies.
Crack, your son telling you, I can't believe you feel this way about chickens, but not people, and you're like. Your mom's like, oh, thank you, Bill Maher, my lovely son.
Yeah. Please move out, Bill Maher.
New rule, can we stop blaming every egg disappearance on a snake? I don't think it was a snake.
Sorry, guys. My second apology ever is Bill Maher. It was a snake.
This is completely unrelated to anything we're talking about.
Hey, Bill Maher, where are your animals? Are they in the fields? In the fields. Sorry.
I'm still laughing so hard. I texted one of my friends about a party I was hosting, and he responded, "Mark me tentative, big dog."
Is that Thompson? That sounds like something Thompson would do.
No, that is not Thompson. That's one of my buddies from high school.
Yeah. It would be funny if that was also Thompson. He was just hanging out with you.
I called an Uber driver Slime when he said he was coming to pick me up. I was like, "Thank you, Slime," and then I came in and he was like it was like a white guy listening to like Space Ghost Perp and stuff, and I was like, yeah, this dude absolutely loved being called Slime. I can't believe I clocked him so quickly.
Nailed it. I did once, I think fucking have like an Uber driver play me like Between the Buried and Me. And the one song he played sounded like a band trying to do like a metal cover of like a Disney show tune. This is one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever heard, and I was like uncomfortable.
I had like an Uber driver named like Angelic Kino or something, and he was just playing classical music the entire time. He was like a 250-pound guy that was like wearing a suit. He was very cool. I think that might have been a dream.
They were I was in an Uber once, and the Uber driver was listening to this JID song, and it was called Off the Zoinkies.
Come on!
It sounded like Scooby, like someone rapping over like Scooby-Doo chase music, basically.
Well, okay, this is something I've brought up before, and it is so stupid, and only I care about it. But there's that like post that goes viral where like the guy says like, I tried to listen to Ghost because my friend said it was metal for people who didn't like metal, and it just sounded like Scooby-Doo chase music. And the fucking person who like made like a video edit of it put the wrong Ghost song over it, because the first song off of their third album legitimately starts like ooh, like it sounds like exactly like that. He put fucking Square Hammer over it instead. It made me so mad.
I want to read one of these
jokes for 4 people. all 4 of our Ghost fans in the audience.
Yeah, I know you passed on, but. Neighbor poisoning my dogs. I'm seeking advice. I have a small dogs, a little over 40 goats, and a pair of Great Pyrenees LGDs. Let's go, Dandon. About 2 weeks ago, my male GP developed a kidney infection out of nowhere. Even with the emergency vet, his kidneys shut down and we lost him. The vet was left in shock. Okay, I feel like that's a bad vet.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Yeah, a dog died? I didn't sign up for this.
Oh my god.
I thought they lived forever. I thought they were like turtles.
This is so horrible.
We need to bring in the vet whose only job is putting down dogs.
You keep bringing your dog to a necromancer, and every time it gets brought back to life, it gets a little bit meaner.
Yeah.
This is heartbreaking, but we, nor our vet, could come up with a cause. Fast forward to last night. I was walking my pastures, which I do every night, and found that my neighbor has tossed a bunch of branches and food over my fence. I investigated and found grapes mixed with strawberry shortcake type dessert. What's going on with this neighbor?
A strawberry shortcake type dessert is
It's branches, it's grapes, and strawberry shortcake. My neighbor has a dog, so she would know grapes are toxic to dogs. So I think this has me concerned that she poisoned my GP. Is there an agency or association I can contact for assistance in this? I'm putting out cameras. Meanwhile, I have my Pyrenees kneeled to ensure that she can't get anything else tossed in. Someone says sheriff's department's where I would start. I feel like someone just says, OMG, he lives next to Cruella de Vil, which is not true. Cruella de Vil didn't just poison random dogs.
Yeah, Cruella de Vil wanted to kill and skin like 100 puppies.
Yeah. Yeah, just that vet watching 101 Dalmatians and throwing up.
No!
Yeah.
They do what?
Branches and strawberry shortcake type desserts are what happens when you try to do a demonic ritual to summon Meghan Trainor.
Yeah, there's a dead gay guy from them trying to
the only
summon
gay guy who likes Meghan Trainor.
Yeah, they tried to summon her, but that didn't work, so they just snapped his neck and threw him out. They tried to get a gay guy to stand Meghan Trainor, but he wouldn't because it was too unnatural.
Yeah, they were doing like Casino Royale type shit to him. It's like fucking like tied him to a chair, and he's like, "I'm not gonna do it.
No,
I'm not gonna call her mother. She never ate."
Was it a Was this a hate crime? No, it was more of an 8 crime.
It was an 8 crime. Is a detective fucking throws on a pair of sunglasses and he's just like they definitely came here to slay.
Just like a legitimate hate crime against a gay guy, and the prosecutor's like, no, Your Honor, this was an hate crime, and then like the victim's family like leaves crying. It's like, no, it was a hate crime.
no, literally everyone in the courtroom stands up and starts cheering.
Yeah, yay! Yeah, they start. Yeah.
Can I read the one you just said?
Yeah, please.
My cow killed by eating neighbor's tarp. I have a 5-month-old bull who I think died because 3 months ago he ate some of a tarp that blew against the fence from the neighbor's yard. He had the shits real bad before he died. He was also outside the fence for like 3 days before dying and was in the same neighbor's yard. I want him to pay me $2,000 for it. What do I have to do to make him pay me what he owes me? I live in Oregon.
Why don't they just
sick.
Why don't they just have them in the middle of the property? I feel like this is pretty easy. Or I guess
that's like the sort of thing that like Progressive claims they cover in a commercial.
Yeah, bull tarp accidents.
My neighbor's tarp. Yeah, on my cow, and he ate it.
Yeah, they have like that fucking Allstate guy who's also in 30 Rock who goes like, "I'm your neighbor's tarp, and I just got blown over to your side of the property and yeah. Your prized cow."
It doesn't seem cows don't really eat food like that. Like, he would just, like, eat the tarp and puke it up, right?
Isn't the ground
he's
food...
eating it, he's like... it's only on, like, the 4th run through its stomach that it kills him. Like, if he had been smart enough to throw it up after, like, the first time he chewed it, he would have been fine. But he just kept digesting it over and over again.
Yeah, if he's gonna die to a tarp, then that's just, Someone says, you're the worst kind of neighbor, that is all, which, I don't know what that's...
You're the worst kind of neighbor.
The one with a dead bull. Oh, and that guy's...
We're hiring Mr. Rogers to put it out on you.
That guy's posting in lockpicking, fermentation, kratom, ask transgender.
Lockpicking and kratom are 2 great associated subreddits.
Oh, wait, that's what the OP is posting in. Sorry, yeah.
That's still awesome. I don't really care which guy it is.
Yeah. r/civic as in Honda Civic. Oh, and in ask transgender, it was lifelong crush on friend who transitioned MTF. Ooh. Is it like
make her some kratom tea? She'll be really impressed.
Is it affirming to be like, oh, you're gross to me now. I don't want to fuck you. I would never fuck you.
Like the trans friend he says he has a crush on is just like, he keeps telling me this story about the tarp. I've heard it like 3 times. Like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Did y'all know that
it wasn't even that entertaining the first time? I just felt bad for the cow.
Did you know that cow eating neighbor's tarp is actually like a trans allegory? In many ways.
I'm trying to come up with a fucking like I saw the TV glow thing for that, but I cannot.
Who wants to read another one, or is it my turn?
I think it might be your turn.
I'm full of gross noises today.
If you approach a cow on a hiking trail, what is it most likely to do? There's a lot of cows on this particular hike I go on. That's a farm.
just like walking around your neighbor's farm, being like, "This hike is awesome."
Yeah,
this hiking trail is so flat.
I'm pretty sure they're farm raised. They don't seem to care, and they just stare. Some are sitting like 5 feet away, just wondering how. Like, that implies that like you're very strict on your path for this hike, or that there's like something dividing you. Just wondering what most likely would happen if I got close and maybe pet it. So it says, don't try to pet them. They are farm animals. Leave them alone. Fuck off. You can pet them. If they don't let them pet you... I'm
gonna pet the cow.
Yeah, I'm gonna pet the cow.
What's the worst thing that happens? I get kicked in the head by the cow and die?
It's gonna get up slowly and turn around and kick me. If I die from that, then that's on me. I think you should always pet dogs and cows. I remember... Yeah. My only memory of something like that is my grandpa driving around his ranch with me, pointing out like some cows, and then saying, "Those are my cows," but I think that my neighbor's cows got in with them, and then it was like, so I think he made like a comment about race mixing that was very unsavory.
trying
cool.
really hard to make like a race mixing joke about like a brown spotted cow, and it just doesn't land at all.
Yeah,
everyone's fucking staring.
He seemed like very.
It takes you like 20 minutes to come up with it, so you kind of just say it, and it seems like a weird non sequitur.
Yeah. You're like already on to the goats by then.
Yeah.
You're like, hey man, you know that brown spotted cow we saw earlier today? I guess it was a product of this cowgenation.
I think I dropped my wallet near the cow. Can we go back and get my wallet?
He seemed really peeved about it, but I feel like that's just more cows that you have. Like, you know, who fucking cares? Are there any left that haven't been read? Oh yeah, no, there's a few left. You might have to dig into mud with the cows.
I might dig.
There were some in
this one's all the way back in
Insightful Questions that we didn't get to.
Insightful Questions. This one's just a good question. I don't want to read the whole post. What would dinosaurs be called today if they were named in the Middle Ages?
Probably named after like a king or something.
Ye old dinosaur.
Yeah, maybe like Jeffrey.
They'd be like the Elector of Saxony's lizard. Or
yeah,
something like that.
They would be named Jeffreys or something.
They would all be called dogs. And they just call them hard dogs. It's some weird fucking German translation.
I feel like they would probably get it right that they were birds on the first try, because
they love
back then they thought you see the pictures from the medieval times, and they just draw cats like people standing up. Yeah. So they would just like see them and be like, I guess that's a fucking weird fucked up bird. What the hell?
Hold on, I found some in r/cattle. I found one post at least. Let me. Oh wait. No. Hold on. One of you don't read the one that I just sent. Read the bottom one.
Charlie, I'm getting mixed signals.
Mm-hmm.
Tame is the bottom one.
Yeah.
Can you ride cattle? That's it.
That's it. I thought there was going to be more.
Can you? I don't know.
I like the dueling two top comments. One is, see if you can stay on 8 seconds, and then the second one is, yes, there's some good YouTube videos of people riding cows through town. There's a cow jumping over a stump with a girl riding bareback and a longhorn going through a fast food drive-through. I have worked with many halter pro cattle, but never tried to ride.
I would like to ride a cow. I feel like that would be fun. Oh, someone. I kind
of want a cow really bad. It would be funny.
Yeah, just like as a pet.
I just had a cow in my backyard. I mean, I would give it.
He's like rolling.
Like I would be a dutiful cow.
Around your living room.
Yeah.
It's just like one of your roommates brings him home without telling you.
He's keeping him in the bathtub for some reason. The cow like freaks out in the new apartment and tries to hide under the couch.
Yeah. There's an Instagram account I follow, this guy that does like cooking videos, but the gimmick is that he has a cow in his kitchen the entire time.
The cow's trying to eat all
and
the
it's
shit.
it's just like it's always making a mess, and it's like it never fails to make me laugh. It's always really funny. Here's another one. Here's another one that's sort of more in line with it's sort of the exact opposite of bringing a cow into a kitchen to let it eat a banana.
Pain scale? How much pain are cows and calves in when we tug on the halter on their face?
I feel like I don't know.
I like the idea of showing a cow like the little thing they show you at the doctor with like 10 faces.
Yeah.
And you got to pick which cow face is yours.
It doesn't understand. Wait, hold on. I've got a really good. I'm finding all the good ones, and we're doing kind of rapid fire. But ever fed your cattle pasta? I searched on Google and learned that cattle can eat expired bread and baked good if they were expired, not rotten. I didn't see any mention of pasta though. I assume it would be okay if it was cooked. Maybe. I have several pounds.
It's only dependent on the shape. The cow will die if it's spaghetti, but the
cow will die if it eats like cavatappi or something.
Yeah.
It's stuck in its throat.
I have several pounds of expired...
rigatoni is incredibly toxic. Their stomachs can't handle the spin shape. It fucks them up.
I have several pounds of expired pasta that I can't give away. Can I boil it all in a 10-gallon pot and give to the cattle?
I love the implication. This guy's blowing up his group chats. Like, does anyone want my expired pasta?
Does anyone want 10 pounds of... I would was prepping for the end of the world and then realized we wouldn't get water down there.
Yeah, I forgot the chicken went bad. Does anyone want my pound of 3-month-old chicken?
This person's also posting in r// charcuterie. Any butchers need a list for curing lean beef. And then you go to their charcuterie board and it's just like it's just a big pile of spaghetti and then like cuts of beef. I think that might cut that a bit early.
Right. I think we hit about time.
Yeah, we did good. All right, bye.
We hit about time. Good night.